So let's talk about culture. One of the things that I'm experiencing on this quest, this journey of building a company is what it takes to build a great company. And I'm constantly noticing this refinement that's happening even within myself around how I approach people, around the quality of people that we're attracting, around who we actually want to attract. And there's so many questions that have been raised within myself even lately around what is culture? You know, what is the culture that we want? What is Powur's culture? And what I'm learning and what I'm getting to is that definitively, I can feel this, I can say this with a true knowingness in my body, that a great company is nothing more than attracting unbelievably great people. That's what a great company is, unbelievably great people. And I think culture is what it takes to attract the greatest people. And you can feel culture, right? It's something that you can feel. It's a value system that a group of people adopt. It's a values system that a group of people live by. It's a sort of integrity to this value system that is relentless. And the stronger and the tighter that integrity is to this shared value system, the more powerful and the more strong the culture. So let's start with talking about who we do want to attract. You know, what is Powur at its core? And I've gone through so many refinements even over just the last 6 months around what all this really is. But, you know, one of the core values that I think has really come to define our culture, and I want to say as the first one, even though one might expect me to say, well, you got to love the planet, or you've got to love this, or you got to love that. And of course there's a place for that. But actually, I just think that you are a tremendously hard worker. I think that what it takes to build a great company, what it takes to change the world, is this relentless effort. It's this ability to outwork the person next to you. It's this discipline. It's this self-disciplined action that is a hallmark of the greatest leaders, the greatest entrepreneurs, the greatest business people, and just the greatest people. The people that just get stuff done that others don't get done. And there's so much talk about changing the world and so much talk about success and I want this and I want that, or I want to change the world, or I want to be part of this. And yet people that lack the self-discipline, that lack the work ethic are just talking. They're just all talk, blah, blah, blah. That's not us. The last thing I want to do is build a culture of talkers. I want to build a culture of impassioned doers, of visionary doers, of heartfelt doers, of people that have the heart, they have the vision, they have the love, they have the passion, they have the intelligence, but first and foremost, they're doers. They're people that are out there doing. They're taking massive action, they're disciplined, they're hard workers. Because ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear, we didn't pick a business that's in the realm of like, oh, I just want to make your wrinkles go away, or I want to just, make you feel good, or whatever it is. We are fundamentally disrupting the largest industry on planet Earth. We are talking about saving mankind from itself, retracting the carbon that we're putting in the atmosphere by changing the global energy infrastructure, by forcefully shifting trillions of dollars of wealth. Do you think that's just going to happen by itself? That we're just going to one day wake up and, the greatest powers to be just relinquished all their power and all their control and all their wealth without a fight? Are you kidding me? This is the greatest fight of our lives. This is the greatest adventure of our lifetime. This is a business that people will be talking about 100 years from now. It's a dream come true. And if you don't have the grit and the work ethic and just God, I want to get out of bed every single day and spend my life on this because it's rewarding, it's fun, it's values filled, it's joy filled, and it's the biggest thing I may ever do, man, I don't know what you're doing, but that's us, that's Powur. So I'm really clear now that that is a core part of our culture. You know, I hit on a lot of other things that are core part of our culture. You have to have vision. We're not looking for short-term thinking people. We're not looking for, you know, these fast money people. I'll call them fast money. The world is full of short-term fast money people, okay? Especially the direct sales industry. If that's you, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now, don't join our company. This probably is not the best company for you. Don't join. Go sell your fast money products and your $1,000 kits and your 10x margin crap somewhere else, because this is not the company for you. You can go try to maximize a compensation plan and hit some bonus and then jump to the next one and continue to do that for the rest of your life, because this is not a home for you. Powur is fundamentally about long-term thinkers. We're fundamentally about long-term value. We don't look at a business and say, well, how much money can I extract and how quickly as our metric for success. And the ironic part about that is, you know, in this industry, quote unquote industry, which I don't even know if I like that term, those people are often the ones who are the most broke by chasing the money and chasing the commission and chasing the product and chasing the dollar and chasing the hype and chasing this and chasing that. You're in this vicious cycle where you never actually have sustained value. All the great leaders in this industry have the ability to buckle in, attach themselves to a company that aligns with their values, a product that aligns with their values, a management team that aligns to their values, to entrench themselves, to buckle in, to go to work, to build it out. It doesn't matter how much they need to grind. It doesn't matter what it takes to succeed. They're a level 5 leader. They have the personal willpower and the professional willpower to get the job done no matter how difficult it is. And lo and behold, those are the biggest companies in the world. These flash and pan sort of chasing people and chasing companies are here today and gone tomorrow, and that's not us. So if that's who you are, you know, I love you, all the power to you. You'll probably, hopefully mature one day. I do think that's a fairly immature philosophy in life, and that the more mature philosophies produce more mature, sustained results. That's who we want to attract. We want to attract people who have the work ethic, they have the vision, they're willing to buckle in for the long haul on something that's worth building, on a company that's worth building, on an industry that's worth creating, on a world that's worth saving. I mean, maybe that brings us to our third point. Ideally, you know, as leaders, as human beings, we have the ability to commit to something that's more than just the dollar. Even if you've got the work ethic and the management ethic, and you're not just, you know, this immature sort of chasing things, you know, how amazing is it to actually be committed to something that's bigger than just money? It's bigger than just the results that you produce. It's bigger than just, you know, the legacy you leave for your personal family. It's actually a legacy that we leave for the entire freaking planet. Okay, that's next level leadership. That's next level thinking. We want to attract people who have everything I've already talked about, who aren't everything I've already talked about, but they also have this sincere sort of desire and knowingness that by focusing on solving one of the biggest global challenges and one of the biggest global problems, that actually is the end in and of itself. And it's almost secondary that all the money we could imagine, this multi-trillion-dollar wealth transfer, a business where you override 20 years of residual income off every home that goes solar inside your organization, all of that comes as a focus of solving one of the biggest problems on the planet. That by keeping our focus on what value are we actually adding to the world, what problem are we actually solving in the world, all of the success, all of the wealth, all of the results will come. It's almost like you don't even have to think about it. All of these things that I'm discussing are what I consider to be next level values. People who have ascended this sort of mundane, short-term, sort of focused mindset and really ascended to having a value system that is just incredible. A value system that is just great. A value system that just breeds magnificence and breeds greatness and breeds exactly what I think every one of us is looking for. And my friends, think about this, think about this. To the degree that we all cultivate these values within ourselves and build a culture and build a community of people that share these values and resonate that to everyone we touch, and we invite people into something that breathes their own magnificence and their own greatness, what is not possible in life? What could a group of 500,000 people, what could a group of 1 million people who are all vibrating on this wavelength, who are committed, passionate, disciplined, long-term thinking, have the work ethic, the endurance, the staying power, what could we not accomplish? I mean, my God, we may end up finding that we disrupt industry after industry after industry together. So when I talk about culture, and when I talk about building a great company, this is what inspires me the most. I envision 1 million people sharing these values, committed to it. I envision us changing industry after industry. I do not see any limit to where that group of people can go in life, to where we can take this company, and I see no limit to the extraordinary success and wealth that we all are going to create and could create together. And there's not a doubt in my mind that I even need to think about finances if we're first and foremost focused on what really matters in the culture that we're building. So let's go play. Let's build it. Let's do something great. Let's vibrate and attract this culture. And my friends, I think we're in store for something truly magnificent.